You said that belief in invisible beings, whatever form that takes in whatever culture one's a part of, is not a default. It's something that takes work and time and practice. And I'm wondering if there's a counterpoint, or why can't religious belief just be thought of as an extension of childhood imaginary friends or those monsters that are under the bed, then somehow stick with people in certain cultures into their adulthood?
Well, to some extent, I think God ideas are like the monster under the bed or the imaginary friend. But imaginary friends go away,
Hmm.
right? If you play with them, they are kind of become irrelevant. That's what kids do. They stop taking their imaginary friends seriously. When I listen to people of faith, I hear that they don't believe as much as they want to.
Hmm.
It's something that people say again and again, even people who sound as if they believe absolutely and without any doubt. In fact, they go to church and they resolve to be like Jesus, and they get into their car and they yell at their kids and they feel terrible.
Yeah.
And they know they don't really take God seriously enough.
Can you tell me about the relationship between religious beliefs and practices?
There's sort of a faith frame, the way in which you think when you're thinking about God. And then there are the things you do which help to kindle the sense that God is really there for you. I'm talking to people who are pretty committed to the view that God, to the belief, the abstract belief that God is real. But again, I was just so struck that I would spend time in this evangelical church, hours and hours and months and years of time. And I began to notice there'd be this moment that would come in the conversation when somebody would start to cry. And often when they were crying, they were remembering a moment when they got it.
Mm.
Yeah, they've been going to church for years. They kind of got it that God really loved them. And then the moment would disappear.
Hmm.
And I began to really realize that this sense that, God loves you, God is in your corner. I mean, those are pretty unbelievable beliefs. I mean, that's perfectly clear in the Gospels, right? I mean, that's a
Yeah.
whole point of Mark, is that this idea that Jesus is the Son of God is not a believable idea. So I think that it is non-trivial for people of faith to really feel the realness of their God, to hang on to God, and to have that sense that God is real and matters, to have that sustain over time. And I do think that that requires effort. That's what the practices are about.